Ah, well, hello everybody, and thank you for joining us. It's a few minutes after 6 p.m. in London, 7 p.m. Berlin time. I hope you're all doing all right. You've tuned into a conversation between me, artist Jeremy Hutchison, and the Facebook CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, who is actually running a bit late. It's middle of the workday at Facebook HQ, so he sends his apologies. I think he'll be with us imminently. But until then, you get me. So this is very exciting for me. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a little bit nerve-wracking. I think when people talk about career highlights, this is the sort of event that they refer to, those kind of moonshot, unimaginable moments that you really never thought were possible, were totally implausible, and then from one day to the next, they enter your everyday reality. So here we are, and I guess it just goes to show that anything is possible. So we're going to talk for about. Oh, hold on, just got a message. 1 second. Sorry, hold on a minute. Yeah, just got a message from Stephanie. Cool. Okay. Right. Yes. Oh, okay. Well, he's going to be another 7 minutes or so. Sorry about that. But anyway, what was I saying? I guess I could tell you a little bit about my practice as an artist, and maybe just like why I came to be to write these letters to Mr. Zuckerberg, as I refer to him, how it all came about. There are a few reasons. The first reason is that my friend Rebecca Lennon, actually, who's a fellow artist, hello Rebecca if you're out there, she told me I looked like Mark Zuckerberg, which I thought was quite funny, but maybe also true. Two white guys with kids. It made me think actually we have, quite a lot in common, really, and then, maybe I could just address him, as an equivalent. And then the other thing was, it was like, it really came as a way of me solving my own sort of personal hang-up with social media, which I've always had like issues with Instagram and Facebook. Oh, sorry, I'm just gonna make sure that, okay. Yeah, okay, no, I'll carry on. Yeah, I've had issues with Instagram and Facebook. Like, who am I talking to? Who's out there? Like, is anyone listening? Whose algorithm do I show up in? Like, I don't know. It's a bit like standing on stage and facing an audience, blinded by the theatre lights, but you can't really see if there's anyone even out there. And I find that difficult. And I find it difficult also that I'm quite different with different people, different with my mum and dad, different with fellow trendy artists who I'm desperate to impress, and probably quite different with Mr. Zuckerberg when he arrives. And I guess I find it really complicated to try and speak to everyone like through this sort of undiluted essence of Jeremy. So I was trying to work out, well, who is the audience, and then I realized, I suppose, that there is someone out there in the audience, to whom all of this effluvium of communication is directed, and that's Mark Zuckerberg. Sorry, I'm just checking my messages all the time just to make sure. No, okay, good. So yeah, as a communicational tool, I sort of found this platform that we're on right now quite sort of bewildering. And so this correspondence with Mr. Zuckerberg came as a way to really just solve that problem. His platforms invite us to connect and share. So I think it felt natural for me just to sort of share it all directly with him. So I started writing to him when I was on an artist residency in Dakar in West Africa, and well, I guess I was really reminded of quite how white and privileged I actually am. and also how like whiteness is a performance. It's a cultural construct, not actually a biological fact. So I was thinking about that in histories of slavery and imperialism, and I wanted to share these reflections with another white man. And I guess in a sense, like Mr. Zuckerberg became a proxy at that point for every white man. Um, and underpinning many of my letters to him is a sort of, I guess, the suggestion of what it is. Sorry, hold on a second. Yeah, no, nothing. Like a suggestion of what it is to exercise that white privilege, to live in the developed world, pseudo-developed world, and how the sort of tiniest of details of our everyday life, contain so many of these sort of asymmetries of power. And at the same time, I guess I was thinking a lot about how and really worrying. I started really worrying actually about how these technology companies started commodifying our private experiences. And to some extent how we may be sleepwalking into the kind of surveillance culture that only Stalin could have dreamed of. And to some extent, like, hardly any of us seem to really care, and I mean me included. I mean, I'd sort of only really been dimly aware of ideas like data privacy, but I'd never really minded so much about sort of giving all my data away. I just thought, well, I use your platforms, you can have my data, no biggie. But then I had this sort of penny dropping moment when I actually realized that the real effect of this, of cookies and of algorithms on human agency, because, well, simply put, the more they know about us, about our private existence, the more they can determine that existence, and to some extent our personal choice and free will. And we can just look at the 2016 US elections just as a sort of obvious indicator of that our choices can be so manipulated, because the more it's not like just billboards manipulate us, because we all think we're pretty impregnable to that, but it's a way of singularizing a kind of communication at us so that it becomes incredibly natural, totally like it's so sort of obvious that it feels just like the sort of thoughts we'd have anyway. And that's the sort of brilliance and the sort of dark art of algorithmic logic that might make me sound like a paranoid nut, but that's okay, because actually I think this stuff is important. Like I'm going to go on the record and say I think it's as big an existential threat as climate change. I think this is big deal and stressful. I was stressing about this a lot, and I guess I sort of still am, clearly. But you can't opt out of social media, not if you're an artist. So I guess my letters to Mr. Zuckerberg, became this kind of act of like radical obedience. I was actually a very obedient child, and the thing about obedience is that as a child I realized you could be obedient in a way that's almost disruptive to the person you're obeying, in a funny kind of way. And so what I mean is, like, this invitation to connect and share, I guess I started sort of oversharing, bringing up really the most intimate details at times of my private existence. Trivia, idiotic things that happen with the kids around the kitchen table, and just to sort of share it all directly with him. But let's just, oh, hold on. Here we go. Cool. All right. Another message from Stephanie. Oh, okay, he's on his way. Great. Okay. Right. Thanks for your patience, everyone. 1 minute to go. Okay. Little bit nervous. Let me just close this down. Okay. Come on, Jeremy. We got this. Right, okay. All right, so I'm just gonna do this. Okay. And here we go. Nearly there. Ah, right, he's waiting. Okay. Okay, here he is. Right, and I'll just... There he is. Oh my gosh. Hi, Mr. Zuckerberg. Good morning, good evening from London. It's amazing to see you. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us. I can't tell you what an honor it is to see you, and I know how busy you are. So you know, thanks. I realize it's the middle of the working day, so I'll just jump straight into questions. Yeah, I guess the first thing I really wanted to ask was, well, of everyone that would like to have a live conversation with you, why me? You know, why did you choose to have that with me? Sorry, I'm just gonna jump in because I can't actually hear. I'm not getting any audio. Can I just hold on? I'm just going to put in some headphones. Hold on a minute, please. Sorry. I thought I had all this figured out. Okay, hold on a sec. Sorry. Go on. Hold on. Right. Let's try this. Okay. Okay. How's that? Okay. 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 I'm not getting any volume. Oh, I know. I'll just go to the settings. Hold on. Can you just wait a second? Don't go away. Hold on. Right. Okay. All right. Here we go. Yeah. How's that? Can you? I think I had it on mute. No. How's it? Okay. Do you know? It might be a signal question. I'm just gonna get. I'm just gonna go and. Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mr. Zuckerberg? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Say something. Say something.
I'm so sorry we couldn't connect. I just wanted to see your face, Mr. Zuckerberg. Oh, Mr. Zuckerberg. I'm so sorry we couldn't connect. I just wanted to hear your voice, Mr. Zuckerberg. Oh, Mr. Zuckerberg. 'Cause you know so much about me. I just wanted to know about you. I think I wanted to be your friend. I'm so sorry that it wouldn't connect. I just wanted you in my life.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Mr. Zuckerberg. Oh, Mr. Zuckerberg. And I know I'm nothing special. I'm just 1 in 7 billion. But I still wanted to be